we are back. We have Caitlin, who is back after a week off. We have Curtis with us, and we have Debo, who looks like Debo's got some new headgear on. Debo, what are you wearing there? Why would you be sporting a Dodgers hat today, Debo?
Well, I lost the bet. That's the you lose a bet, you got to pay up. You got to
You do have to pay up.
make things right. So here I am. First time I've ever put a Dodgers hat on in my life. In my life.
So
Hopefully,
I
it'll be the
like
last.
it. I mean, I did give you the option of wearing my princess crown instead. So, you could have worn this. So you picked the Dodger hat, just so you're aware.
I just hit up some of my buddies. I think it was just easier to get a Dodgers hat than a
Yeah,
princess crown.
probably. I mean,
Yeah.
I would have gladly bought you the princess crown though, for sure. Just so that you could have it for the next time we do another side bet, so that you could wear it again.
I guess that bet came down to the wire. It could have gone either way, but it was a great
Could have
series.
gone either way.
What
Yeah.
a great series. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
I'm a Giants fan, and I enjoyed that series as a baseball fan because how can you not? It's just great. Two great teams going at it. And the Toronto Blue Jays are going to be good for a long time. I mean,
Mhm.
they're young. They do spend money too. They're the fourth highest payroll. They had some deferred contracts too this year. They are a good team, a good organization, and expect Toronto to be in the mix every year for the next 5 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'll be
All right, well-
exciting to see what happens. And maybe we'll go back to back to back. Who knows?
God
Hopefully not.
forbid.
Hopefully not. But Dodgers still have the talent, but they're getting a little older. Father time might catch up with them. Let's do a little recap. Last week, I think we had some winners. Anybody want to start with a little recap? Curtis, how did you do last week?
I think I went 3-3 if I'm not mistaken. So not too bad, but obviously could have done a little bit better.
Debo?
We had, wait, we're going back to, so I didn't write this one down. Wait, what I'm seeing right here is this was 2 weeks ago. Yamamoto under 6.5 Ks. This was for game 6, I think. I hit that, but I don't think we went over this. I don't know what I had last week. Hold on. It's in my other notebook. Okay.
All right,
Hold
we'll
on.
go back to Debo. I had
back
a
to
big
me,
week
yeah.
last week. I went 5 for 6. Hit 2 out of 3 on college football. Andy came back, covered that game. Texas A&M hit for me. Oregon was the only team that didn't cover. They won the game, but they didn't cover. I thought I was going to hit that parlay. Then my 2 teaser bets hit last week. Patriots teaser hit, and I had the Chargers on the teaser bet last week. And tonight hit the teaser bet again with the Patriots. That bet has paid 5 weeks in a row. So the Patriots and the over teaser, it is a money printing machine. So just keep riding that until it doesn't hit anymore. So
Patriots
5 for 6
over.
on that.
It's funny because
Patriots in
the
the over.
Patriots under Bill Belichick, they used to be an under machine.
Right. But now they're getting
Okay,
some points
so
up there.
I think I went. I gave brief picks out. I do remember doing the teaser with Niners plus 10.5. I did Niners plus 10.5. They did not cover. They lost by 14 or something. And
They
then I
gave up
think
a
I
late
took.
score. Remember that?
They did. Yeah, I think I took Browns minus 2.5, which also did not hit. So I went 0-2. Just Fade Debo train just keeps going.
Fade Debo. Back to the Fade
But
Debo.
but
Sorry.
I just hit for probably 200, 2 different bets. But any bet that I give out, I always just lose.
Yeah. Well, give out the good ones. Maybe you start charging for those.
No, just fade me.
Special the paid Debo
No.
paid Debo podcast. All right, let's get to some picks this week. We've got a lot going on right now. We've got NBA, we've got NFL into it. We've got college football coming down to the end. We've got college hoops just starting up. We've got some hockey, but I know Bobby might be joining us later. Give us a couple hockey picks. So where do you want to start? Who wants to throw out the sport and throw out some picks?
I can go NFL if you want.
Go for it.
Oh no, ladies first. Ladies first.
I was just going to start with some college hoops just because there isn't a lot that you can bet on right now unless you want to go for some really not
crazy spreads,
watched.
right?
Yeah,
so crazy big spreads.
Yeah. And things are all over the place in terms of, college hoops, but I'm going to start with Gonzaga versus the Arizona State Sun Devils. So Gonzaga has a team of just absolute super seniors. They basically have
They look
an
good.
NBA team playing in the NCAA. So I'm not planning on betting against Gonzaga at all this year, but they are favored to win over the Sun Devils. I think initially started out, they were ranked somewhere around 19. Now they've made their way up to 13, but they're playing tomorrow night at 8. And I'm taking the under. Well, they need to win by 22.5 points. So I'm going to take that. They played number 23 Creighton, which they were actually ranked, I think, a lot higher before Gonzaga beat them. And so they won 90-63. So they won by, 27 points. So I think they can easily beat the Sun Devils by 22.5. So I'm taking that one.
Yeah,
Graham,
I think,
yeah, he scored 20 points in the last game. They've got a lot of great players. So
and Derek knows why I dislike Creighton now, and I will be betting against Creighton. I will fade
Because of the
Creighton all the
fans,
time,
because of
but
the Karens.
because of their Karen fans. But go Gonzaga. I like Mark Few. Get to see them a lot. Loved when Timmy was playing, and hate Duke. So anybody that's any way connected to Duke, which Arizona State's coach is Bobby Hurley. So let's fade the Sun Devils as well. Even though my daughter just got into that school, but I don't think she's going to go there. So we'll fade.
and then I also have the Arizona Wildcats over UCLA. Arizona Wildcats, they beat the reigning champion Florida and made them look foolish. Jaden Bradley, he had 27 points, 5 assists against Florida. Koa Pete, their forward, is just absolutely destructive. So UCLA, even though they have some good players and they've been averaging some decent points, it's -3.5, I think, right now, or -110 if you just want to take them straight out. But the -3.5, I think that after beating Florida, they've got a lot of confidence going into this UCLA game, and they're gonna keep going up and up. So Wildcats they're ranked 4. UCLA is ranked 15, which they fell from. So they were ranked a lot higher earlier. So even though they've got some good transfers, I just think that the better bet is Arizona Wildcats on that one.
Yeah, Arizona
Love, love
laying
AZ.
3.5.
I love AZ. Always been a fan since Lute Olson,
Oh yeah.
Steve Kerr played there.
Steve Kerr, Andre Iguodala, a
Kenny
lot of players.
Lofton, Tolbert.
Exactly.
A lot of
Tolbert.
players on that
Yep.
team. Sean Elliott.
Sean Elliott. Yeah, from the Spurs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking big fan of the Wildcats for college basketball. Always have been, so I can never go against them. And I hope they have a good year. They're looking pretty
I
strong.
think
I
they
know.
will.
That Purdue game was really good. I took Purdue tonight +3. Purdue and Bama. I don't know if you saw that. It was in Alabama. Great
I did see
game.
that.
I was switching back and forth through the Jets, the Jets game and the Jets New England game and the Purdue game. Purdue Bama. Braden Smith, that kid is so good. They get all their whole starting five. I think they have back. No one went pro. From last year's team, they just look like the clear favorites to win it all this year. And I'm not a big Purdue fan. I'm a fan of Braden Smith. The guy can hoop, man, and he dishes out like 8 to 9 assists. He had like 30 points tonight, which is pretty big for a college hooper.
Mhm.
And the little white boy can play.
I hit the under in that game. That was a crazy high. Under
Yeah,
was 173. That was a crazy
yeah.
high number. I mean, it was a high scoring game, but
Well,
I didn't think it was good.
Bama's previous game went 202.
Yeah,
I mean, Bama last year they
Bama's a run
scored
and
like
gun.
they have a high pace offense. I think they had like in their year, there's like 9 straight games they scored 90 points, which is very very high for a college basketball.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into it. I went to New Mexico State game this week. Saw them in college hoops. Gonna see 3 games in Las Vegas in about a week and a half. So getting excited about college hoops picking up. Anybody else have any other college hoops picks? All
Do
right,
not.
Curtis, you wanted to go NFL next? Actually, let's
Yeah.
stick college. Let's stick with college, and
Yeah,
then we'll
go
go to the
college
pros
football.
after that. Yeah, you got college football pick, Curtis?
No, I know you're the expert, so I always follow your
We'll
leads.
see. I got a couple
He
picks
is.
on college football. Let's go down with my. Let's go down with who I have. Let's see here. Sorry, I'll let somebody else go first because mine's still loading.
I
Caitlin,
only
do you
have
have
one. I only have one college pick. So I'm taking Ole Miss once again over the Florida Gators. I know that they have a pretty even record, but after the Gators lost to the Kentucky Wildcats and they just got totally blown out after the first quarter and just could not score any longer, I'm gonna have to take Ole Miss on this one. So they won. Florida won last year, 24-17, but after that blowout loss last week, I can't go with Florida. So I think Ole Miss is gonna pull that one out. And
is that game
I
in? Is that in the swamp or is that in
no, it's
Oxford?
at Ole Miss too. So the you'd have to take Ole Miss by 2 touchdowns basically, but the Gators just tanking. I mean,
Yeah, they're having a rough
Kiffin is
season.
gonna bring it. So
Yep. Kiffin's he's looking for that payday. All right, he's going to get some big money even if he stays or if he goes to take the Bama job. Or, I'm sorry, take the LSU job. So yeah, he's going to get some money. All right, so a couple big games. We know College Game Day is headed to Pittsburgh for Pitt versus Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So I'm representing today. Huge game for the Irish. Their schedule has not been as strong as some other teams. They only beat USC, was the only really tough team that they played. They beat Navy last week. They covered that one easy, and Navy was ranked then, but they're not ranked anymore. So they really need to beat Pitt. Pitt is the last ranked team they're going to play. They finish the season off at Stanford, and we know how bad Stanford is this year.
Horrible.
I don't know if you saw the press conference though with Pat Narduzzi, the Pitt coach. He gets up there. This is a huge game, right? They have College Game Day there. Huge game for them. He's like, I don't care about this game so much because it's not an ACC game, and our path to the college football playoffs is to win out in the ACC. So he's already he's looking ahead, not counting on this game. I mean, you have all eyes on there as a big matchup. There's not many great matchups this week, and you're going to tell fans and everybody that you don't care that much as a big recruiting tool. I don't get it. I think that's going to be some bulletin board fodder too. I think the Irish are going to come in there and roll. They need to win. They need to win big and put up the points. They are laying 12.5. So think they're going to cover the 2 touchdowns there and get a 2 touchdown lead and win that game. So a little bit of a homer bet, but I think the Irish win that. I think the Irish are rolling over teams right now. The way they played Navy last week was pretty incredible. All right, moving on. Taking LSU. LSU against Arkansas. Arkansas has been brutal this year, absolutely brutal. Irish crushed them, but Arkansas has not played well at all. LSU obviously fired Brian Kelly. They lost another close game. But this is one of those things where I think the player is going to have something to play for. Against Arkansas, they're laying 5.5, but there's so much more talent on the LSU team than there is on Arkansas. So I'm just going by kind of a talent game, kind of like that Penn State game last week where Penn State almost got the upset just because of the talent on their team. I just see that with LSU maybe winning this game, and wouldn't be an upset, obviously. All right, next game.
So you got LSU.
I got LSU laying 5.5. Next game I'm gonna take is a interesting one because I was just in Las Cruces yesterday. New Mexico State is going to Knoxville to play Tennessee. Now, New Mexico State's record is really bad this year. I've watched a few of their games. They tend to turn the ball over a lot, but they are a better team than their record shows. Like I don't think they're a good team, but Tennessee is not is worse than their record shows. I think Tennessee is way overrated. Tennessee is laying 39.5. So that's a lot of points. I am taking New Mexico State getting the 39.5 points. I think they'll probably lose by about 30, but I don't think they're going to lose by 39.5. So I'm taking the points on this one. I don't
Plus
usually bet a
39
lot of
and a half.
underdogs, but that's a lot of points for them to cover. Next game, Big 12 matchup, BYU playing TCU, but it is in Provo. We all know how hard it is to play in Provo at elevation. I don't think that's enough points. I think there's a huge game for BYU. They still have a chance to get to the college football playoffs to win the Big 12 championship. So I think they're more in line for this, more in line for them than TCU. So I like them at home at Provo, laying 3.5. Maybe buy that half a point just to get that 3 points, but to get rid of the hook on that one. But I think that will be a good game. That should be an exciting game in Provo. And then I'm going to go to NFL after that. So I'll take a break on college football, but those are my college football picks for the week.
Love
Right
it.
on. I'm going to follow you on LSU, New Mexico State. What are you most confident in? What's your most confident one?
I think BYU. I'm most confident
BYU?
in, actually.
What was the spread on that?
3.5.
They're getting 3.5, or
They're giving 3.5. But in Provo gets you like 6 points.
Yeah.
Usually.
BYU's been great.
Yep.
Yeah, they've been good.
All right, I'm going to follow those three. And I'll take you to my NFL picks, which you are, all you listeners, and you should just fade me right away. I'll start with a player prop, which I've been doing okay on the player props. Lad McConkey is at 5.5 receptions. We're going to go over. They're playing the Jaguars. They're on the road. This number is usually at 6.5. I see the Jags D-line getting to Herbert, whether he's going to run or just drop it off to his slot receiver, which is Lad McConkey. I just love McConkey receptions. I don't know why it's at 5.5 when it's usually at 6.5. He's been hitting, I think, more than 50% of the time he's been hitting this. Give me Lad McConkey over 5.5 receptions. And then I'm also going to that same game. I'm also going to take the Chargers minus 2.5. Get it right now before it goes up to 3, because that 2.5 to 3 is huge. And I just really like the Chargers. If you've been tuning into the podcast, I've taken the Chargers a lot. They look really good. They got a great defense, even though they've had a couple injuries on their defense. But I just think that Justin Herbert and their offense can win on the road here in Jacksonville. So give me the Chargers minus 2.5. Road favorites have actually been doing pretty good in the NFL this year, so it's been profitable. I'm gonna have one teaser. My teaser, I'm gonna take 2 underdogs, both primetime underdogs. We got the Broncos playing the Chiefs on Sunday night. I'm taking the Broncos, tease them to plus 9.5. Oh, sorry, is that Sunday night or Monday night? I forget. But and then I got the Lions and Philly. And the Lions are getting 2.5, so we tease them to plus 8.5. So I got the Lions and the Broncos just to not lose by more than a touchdown, basically. And that teaser's a 6-point teaser, pays minus 120, 120 wins 100. And then I got a money line parlay. Falcons money line, 49ers money line. Falcons are playing Carolina, divisional opponent. I get that, but they also already lost to Carolina this year. I think the Falcons come up and make some adjustments, and the Falcons the Carolinas had an easy schedule. They've had one of the easiest schedules. They are looking good, but the Falcons have also had like a top 10 hardest schedule. So I just think the Falcons bounce back. Another road team I'm taking. And I'm pairing that up with 49ers money line. So money line Falcons and 49ers. Niners is do or die. And they haven't lost back-to-back games this whole year. They bounced back after a loss. So if you pair those two up, it's plus 130. It's a nice little payday. And those are my 4 all NFL picks right there. A little bit of everything.
Curtis, you got some NFL?
Yeah, first I'll go Bears over the Vikings on the money line, plus 142. The Bears are actually, 3-2 on the road this year. Vikings are 1-3 at home. Vikings have struggled a lot with rookie JJ Martin under center. I mean, he's still trying to figure it out, being a rookie in the NFL and learning the system and everything. While the Bears, they've actually played really well this year with Caleb Williams kind of taking that next step forward. So I'll take the Bears over the Vikings for my first one. Next one, I'll go Bills over the Bucks on the money line. Bills are at home. They're 4-1 at Highmark Stadium. The Bills lost badly to the Dolphins last week, so I'm going to say they're going to take all their aggression out on the Bucks this week. So give me the Bills at home over the Bucks. Next one, I'll take Texans. Oh, good.
The spread's -5.5. I wanted to take the Bills. I think it was just too many points, but like taking a money line and pairing that up with another money line to I like that. I like the Bills at home always.
It's Tampa Bay. They like to play in warm weather. Bills, they play in cold weather. It's very tough for the Bucks this week.
And I really like both of those teams a lot. Like I love them.
Yeah, both are playing really well though.
Just like teams I can root for, other than the Niners,
Right. Hobby. I'll take the Texans over the Titans on the money line -355.
Just a quick back to that Bills game. Right now, likely snow showers at that game.
Snow showers.
That favors the Bills.
Even better. Better, yeah. I might hop on that with you.
And so, I'll take the Texans over the Titans on the money line -355. Titans are 1-8 for a reason. They have a rookie quarterback as well who has not played even nearly as well as J.J. McCarthy has. And the Texans finally gave Woody Marks the lead back role, which I think they should have done a couple weeks ago. No offense to Nick Chubb. He's getting a little bit older, though. But Woody Marks really thrived last week against the Jags. So I'll take the Texans over the Titans. I'll go Packers over the Giants on the money line -355. Packers defense looked really solid against, I think it was, what was it, the Steelers last week? And they continue
it was the Philly. It was Philly on
Eagles,
Monday night.
That's right. Eagles. Yeah, that's right.
Is Dart playing in that game?
The Eagles.
He's
in concussion right now. And so, Josh Jacobs is really kind of carrying that Packers team. As you just mentioned, Jackson Dart's in the concussion protocol. No Cam Scatabo, no Malik Neighbors. I'll take the Packers over the Giants on that one. I'll definitely follow you, Debo. I'll take the Niners over the Cardinals.
Let's talk about that Monday night
game. Take the Niners.
How bad a football game. That might have been the worst.
What, the Monday night game?
That Monday night game was just brutal to watch.
What do you mean? If you if you like scoring, obviously. Everyone likes scoring. Even like Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, I'm going to score. But
shout out.
Like I go to a pitching duel in baseball. It's completely different. I see a pitching duel or something. So, like I like seeing a pitching duel in like baseball, but like I guess football is a little different. But you can respect a good pitching performance. Like whether it be, Snell versus. Snell did not do. I'm trying to reference the World Series. Yamamoto versus, was it Yasavage? No, not Yasavage.
Yasavage, yeah.
Anyways, like pitching duels, I love a good pitching duel. But that Monday night game wasn't that bad. There was a lot of offense. They just had timely turnovers. Like the Packers got the ball over into Philly's territory at will, but they just kept on going for it on fourth down. Yeah. And like fourth and 3, 4th and 4, and they just could not score. Beavis, Butthead, they would not like that because they want to score, and they base their whole life off of scoring, just like we do with our football teams.
I'm crying or something.
Exactly. I'm going to score. So we like scoring.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the name of the game. How'd you have those Beavis and Buttheads? You have those on? I didn't even know that.
They're just randomly.
Every once in a while, I got to bring those up. Every once in a while, I got to bring.
You got to get the one. Yeah. We're gonna score. That's the one you should have.
Yeah, I should have.
Love that.
Yeah, maybe for next podcast we'll get that one going.
Right. But yeah, as I said, I'll definitely follow you, Debo, on the 49ers over the Cardinals on the money line -164. Brock Purdy looks like he might be back this week. Possibly Ricky Pearsall, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. He practiced today. Yeah, they both practiced today.
The Cardinals are actually 1-3 at home, which is not good. And the 49ers are actually 4-2 on the road. So I'll take the Niners over the Cardinals based off that.
They haven't lost back-to-back games. They bounced back. So
I'll take what was that?
I just love the 49ers in this spot right now. They bounce back after a loss. I know their defense sucks right now. But I think their offense just is going to carry the game. as they've done. They had a chance to win in that Rams game. They had a couple chances. Their defense could not get a stop. So
yeah, that's true.
I was at that game too, by the way.
You at that game? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'll take the Ravens over the Browns on the money line, minus 430. The Browns are 2-7 for a reason, and the Ravens have a healthy Lamar Jackson, and as well as all the different weapons of Henry and Zay Flowers and what's their tight end's name? Blanking.
Andrews,
yeah, Mark Andrews. So yeah, give me the Ravens over the Browns, easy. And I'll definitely follow you on the Broncos over the Chiefs on the money line, plus 172. Broncos are 5-0 at home.
On the money line too? Let's go.
Chiefs are 1-3 on the road.
The Broncos are going
the Broncos defense is solid.
They're going to get to Patrick Mahomes a lot.
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes has not seen this type of pass rush. No one has seen, the Broncos have 10 more sacks than any other team.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Squad ride the Broncos on this one for sure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take the points.
Concern I have about that game. The only concern I have about that game is that the Chiefs are coming out of a bye week, and when they come out of a bye week, they come out really freaking hard.
Andy Reid has a ridiculous record coming off a bye. That's true.
So that's why I was going back and forth, and I was like, okay, but I like the teaser. I like the plus 9.5 with
9.5.
Yeah, I like that one. I think that
it's going to be a low scoring game.
Yeah, so I would take that because I was like, if you take the Broncos plus 3.5, maybe plus 4. The Broncos defense is going to be tested when the Chiefs are rested. So that was my only concern.
Wow, that rhymed too.
I like your teaser.
I'll say that rhymed.
And this is an under game because the Broncos cannot score. Like Bo Nix, I love Bo Nix, but he is not looking good right now. But he also shined in the second half last year. Hopefully he will keep shining. Like that trend will continue. But he has not looked good this year. But I am a big Bo Nix fan,
flashes.
and I hope. Well, yeah, he had that one quarter where they came back from 30 points from the Giants. But that's just one quarter. It's like show it for the whole game and be consistent.
That interception last week, that late interception he threw where he just threw the ball up for grabs, that was terrible.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
They had no chance of being caught. It was just a bad decision overall.
That's what I got.
All right, Caitlin, you have some other NFL games for us?
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe none of you are talking about the Cowboys over the Raiders. I mean, the Cowboys are totally gonna kill the Raiders.
I can't believe we're not talking about the Rams and Seahawks, actually.
Well, so that's the one that I did significant research on because I was like, that is going to be a competitive game. So, Seahawks are 4-0 on the road. So if they're 4-0 on the road but the Rams have only lost one game at home. So, and they're both on a 4-game winning streak. It's going to be extremely competitive. So they're both looking to prove themselves in the division.
Both of their defensive lines are just top notch. They have their front four on both sides are two of the best in the NFC.
Well, and the Rams struggle. They struggle against really, really good defensive lines. Yeah.
Stafford is not going to have the time. He's not going to have the time to absolutely carve the defense. And he's going to actually have to put in the work. And he might have to scramble his old ass. But no, I really do see, like I've said it on the podcast before, it was like week 5. The Seahawks have the number two in quarterback hurries, right? They blitz the least, but they have the number 2 best QB hurries. So that just says a lot. They're bringing 4, and they're getting to the quarterback with 4, a lot. So, and so are the Rams too. The Rams are up there too. Jared Verse is.
What's the over/under on that?
Well, they both have good offenses too. Especially the Rams. The Rams have a good offense.
48.5. That's a pretty high number.
The Rams have a great offense. That's why. So do the Seahawks. I mean, JSN is probably one of the best wide receivers in the league this year.
Oh, yeah. Huge
Top
breakout.
3 for sure.
Huge breakout season for him.
All right, well, let's go
Ohio
back to
State.
your Raiders pick, Caitlin. What was your,
Yeah, so
or I'm sorry, your Cowboys
the
pick?
Cowboys pick, yeah. So I think that the Cowboys are going to be at least able to cover the spread. When I looked at it earlier this week, they were -3
It's
or
3.5
You
now.
get 3.5
Okay,
now.
now they're okay. Now they're -3.5. But I don't really think that changes anything. I mean, the Raiders, like their special teams is absolute crap. That's why they fired their special teams coach. So, when you're blocking kicks and you're just, you're not looking good. So I think the Cowboys are going to destroy the Raiders. So I still like the -3.5, but you could take them outright too. I don't know what the money line is, but when I looked at it earlier
Money
this week,
line for Cowboys is -180.
-180. Okay, so it's even better.
Pair that with the Niners too.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
Gonna
good.
be
if you look at that stadium, there's going to be more Cowboys fans than Raiders fans there for sure, even though
Oh,
it's in Vegas.
absolutely. It's going to be 80-20, 80-20
Yep.
Cowboys. Yeah.
I went
It's
to a
America's
preseason
team.
game there once, and there was a lot of Cowboys fans there.
I
Just
mean,
preseason Cowboys.
every team, almost every team that plays in Las Vegas will have more away fans. It's kind of pathetic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's going to be like that with the A's next year, too, or in 2 years,
Yep.
whenever they build it.
Yep, they're
All right,
involved.
Caitlin, any other ones?
Well,
I'll put my hat back.
I am
I'll
gonna
put my
hop
hat back on.
on the Chargers one just because the Jaguars just blew it so badly last week against the Texans. They blew a 19-point win. And I know that Trevor Lawrence, if you want to put a prop bet out there, he's gonna throw at least one pick six. So
Pick
um,
6. Okay. I
I'll
like
take
that.
money on that
I like
one.
that for my Chargers bet too. That
Yeah,
falls right in line.
yeah. But he's got one of the worst. Trevor Lawrence has one of the worst conversion records on 3rd and long. So there's just no way that they're going to be able to face the Chargers and overcome what the Chargers have been bringing.
Yeah, I mean they don't have Travis Hunter out for the season. I think Brian Thomas is injured still. He might not even play. So Parker Washington and I think what is it, Jacoby Myers. I think that's pretty much all they got right now.
And they
I
have a
just
good.
think that Trevor Lawrence is like way highly overrated.
He
Mhm.
just
I
he
agree.
doesn't have the weapons.
He's
He
so
doesn't have the
overrated.
weapons either. But they're. I will say this again: the Jaguars have a good D line. I keep talking about D lines.
Mhm.
Jaguars do have a good D line. They're solid, linebacking crew. And even with Travis Hunter out for the season, they still have a solid cornerbacks and safeties. So they're a team to look out for, like next year, maybe. Like once they get
Mhm.
their pieces back, they're just a bad organization, but I do see potential. And yeah, they might need to trade or step away from Trevor Lawrence. That could be, but they have a solid defense,
Yeah, Lawrence is one of those guys that needs to be on a team that
like
just has a
Kyle
big
Shanahan.
line that they can just, we can just dump it off a little bit.
Yeah, dink
Like
and
just kind
dunk.
of
Dude,
like Daniel
if
Jones
he was
got,
on if he was on the Niners, his stock would be
Niners,
rising.
Mhm.
Indianapolis, a team like that. But just
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not gonna carry a team. He's not one of those guys you build a franchise around.
absolutely.
But that's
Even
what
though
they
he's
try to do.
picked number 1 overall, they thought they could.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna throw because we know how much Debo loves teasers, and we've been hitting the teasers nonstop the last
And we've been
couple weeks.
we're partnered with teasers too.
All right, we are a partner with teasers. Shout out for Better for promo code Dolla Dolla for Better for if you sign up. All right, for my teaser, going with Joe Flacco and the Bengals. I think Flacco's back playing. Flacco and the under. So if you do a 6.5 teaser, you get the Bengals plus 11.5 and under 55 points. I know Flacco and the Bengals can put up some points, but I don't think the Steelers can put up that many points. So I think that one, 11.5 points gives you, it'll be a pretty close game probably. So that's my teaser bet.
And so yeah, I'll be at a steakhouse eating dinner by myself, like Joe Flacco, just watching the game by myself. I don't know if you guys seen that. He was
Yeah, it was a good one. All right. Any last bets, or did we get through them all?
Yeah. I got a couple NBA ones.
Oh, there we go.
This is just general knowledge for kind of stating the obvious, if you will. Take the Oklahoma City Thunder over pretty much everyone right now.
Everybody.
They're the champs for a reason. They have one loss on the season right now. They don't even have Jalen Williams. He could technically be their second best player or third best player. Chet Holmgren flip them back and forth. So they don't even have their defensive specialist back. Yeah, exactly. So take the Oklahoma City Thunder over everybody, as well as take anybody who's playing against the Nets, Pacers, or the Wizards. Each of them have one win on the season. So that's my shout out for NBA, easy money bets.
Love it.
All right. Any fantasy advice for us?
You betcha. So I'll go stating the obvious with Parker Washington. As we just mentioned, the Jags are struggling for wide receiver help. Parker's seen his snap percentage go up the last 3 weeks, especially with Travis Hunter going on the IR. And even Jacoby Myers only saw 3 targets last week. And as I mentioned, Brian Thomas is still a little hurt right now, so he might not even play. But Parker, probably will be the top target going forward for the Jags until they get a little bit healthier. Last 3 weeks, he had 87% of the snaps, saw at least 7 targets in each of those 3 weeks. This past week, 7 targets, caught a touchdown against the Texans. So if you need a wide receiver, go get Parker Washington for the Jags. I'll stick with the Jags for if you need tight end help. Brenton Strange might be able to be back this week. It looked like he practiced a little bit today. So he had a little bit of a hip injury in week 5, but he played really well the first 4 weeks of the season. Had 7 targets, 6 catches in weeks 3 and 4 before getting hurt in that week 5 game. So he's kind of a stash ad just in case he doesn't play this week. But if you need a little help from tight end world, Brenton Strange for the Jags. And then I think the obvious one right now for running back, RJ Harvey for the Broncos, because it looks like J.K. Dobbins might go on the injured list. So he might even be out for the season. You never know. So RJ Harvey's been kind of knocking on the door a little bit. He's played really well given, a little bit of opportunity that he's had. He's shown, really great ability in the passing game as well. So if, Bo Nix needs a little, dink and dunk kind of guy, and the Broncos are playing really well, RJ can be that guy to step up in the absence of Dobbins. So if you need a running back, go get RJ Harvey for the Broncos right now because he is the lead back going forward. And I'll throw a little honorable mention, Jacoby Brissett, quarterback for the Cardinals. So if you need a quarterback, Kyler Murray's probably not going to play another game for the Cardinals this season, and Jacoby's playing really well.
Playing a second string Niners defense this week.
Mm-hmm. He's had at least 19 or more fantasy points in the last 4 weeks, which is actually more than any week that Kyler Murray has put up this entire season in the first 5 weeks. So if you need a quarterback, go get Jacoby Brissett, quarterback for the Cardinals.
Like that. All right.
I think we got them all in. Anybody have a last minute pick for us? Anything else?
No, I just want to shout out Better. Yeah, Better. The boys at Better are doing it better. Promo code Dolla. I want to shout out my boy Christian for the Falcons pick. And I want to shout out my buddy Zach for coming through with a hat that I hate. My buddy Zach, I was like, I don't have a Dodgers hat. I was like, can I use one of your hats? He brings 2. He was like, do you want the 2024 championship or do you want the 2025 postseason? I kind of like this one. It's a little bit better, but those are my shout outs. And let's hit our bets and fade me and you'll do fine.
Let's hit our bets. Have a good week.
My appreciation to Devo for honoring his bet and
Absolutely.
wearing the Dodger hat for the first time in his entire life. I love it. I love it. And for the entire podcast, that's the best. So
yeah. Well, we'll have to get some more ones in. I didn't know that you were a Rams season ticket holder. So if the Rams ever play the Patriots, we might have to have something like that.
Yeah, I know. They have. I think they played them last year.
Have a good week, everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Happy Veterans Day, too.
That's right.